And we are back Ka-SWITS, and alam ko naman na grabe yung laro ng ML. So talagang kung nag-enjoy kayo, i-comment nyo yan sa comment section with our hashtags. So huwag nyo kakalimutan lagi yung hashtag natin, lalo na if you want to be gusto nyo maisigaw palabas, yan, mag-comment kayo. So before that, we would also like to acknowledge our new sponsor, Maxis Enterprises, for our 11th IT Congress. Yan. We would like to acknowledge you, Maxis Enterprises, expert in customizing shirts like V-neck, tank top, raglans, hoodies, crew neck, t-shirt, printing, and lanyards, etc. So kung alam nyo na, Maxis Enterprises. And Carla!
Yes. O nga po
Carla.
pala, congratulations nga po pala sa nanalo na ML Exhibition Student Bodies. Congratulations po sa Bliss or grabe, straight to. Wow!
And also, feeling ko ito yung pinaka-inaantay nilang lahat. Pero before yon, gusto mo na mag-shoutout ng konti eh. Parang masaya mag-shoutout before natin simulan ng pinaka-inaantay ng bawat estudyante.
Baka may gustong magpa-shoutout, comment down
Comment
below
nyo
lang
lang.
po.
Batiyan, sabihin nyo lang at babatiin natin yan.
Ako may isa-shoutout ako. Isa-shoutout ko po yung mga kasamahan ko sa Strategic Communication, Jiro and Robert. Thank you po sa... Thank you. And another pala si John Carlos de Guzman. Thank you rin po.
Ayan. Hi, JC! Sana okay ka na kasi kahapon yung pakiramdam niya.
Get well soon.
Ayun nga, may gusto lang akong i-clarify kasi kahapon wala akong kalaban-laban, Carla. Wala akong kalaban-laban kasi...
Bakit po ba? Ano bang meron?
Kasi hindi ko ina-expect na, my gosh, bakit kailangan yung sabihin sa live? Pero ayun nga, to Just the Lisa and Axel, everyday po akong nagtutoothbrush, okay? At shoutout din sa crush nga pala ni Axel. Gusto mo bang i-reveal ko?
Sino kaya yun?
Reveal ko ba?
Reveal nga dyan.
Joke lang, baka maiyak na si Axel. And shoutout din kay Matthew. Napakagaling niya kahapon. Kahit na, hindi kasi ako nakapasok kahapon eh. Pero, ayun, ang husay nyo kay Kuya Jazzer, yan, shoutout sa inyo. And kay Matthew na mahilig mang bardagol talaga kahit sa chat na lang nambabardagol siya. So, shoutout sa'yo. And of course, kay na Ate Raim, kila Kuya Rainiel na talaga namang hindi nila pinapalampas yung mga ganitong opportunity at hindi nila hinahayaan na ayun nga, hindi nila hinahayaan na tayo ay ano ba yung word? Hindi ko kasi alam yung word na yun eh. Pero, in a way na hindi nila tayo pinapabayaan sa bawat decision natin at decision nila. Once na sinabi nila kaya mo yan, kaya mo talaga yun. Alam nilang kaya mo. Diba?
Yes.
And of course, shout out din kay Sir John Michael Calizon and kay Sir Sheldon Villarena sa ating SWITS Faculty Advisors. Yeah. May gusto ka pa bang i-shout out?
Mukhang okay na po yun. Pero before we go on the next part of our program, let us first take a look back on our sponsors. Let's watch this.
Society for the Welfare of Information Technology Students would like to thank the following co-presenter: Microsoft, Be What's Next, MVN Photo Studio Events and Workshop. We would also like to thank the following sponsors: DICT, Department of Information and Communications Technology, Accenture, Let There Be Change, Still Life Photography, your school photography experts. Special thanks to Lungsod ng Malolos, headed by its mayor, Gilbert Bebong Gatchalian. We would also like to thank the following media partners: CICT Local Student Council, Cursor Publication, Bulacan Information Technology Educators Society, BITES, headed by its president and our very own Dean, Dr. Kino C. Piay. Thank you for the utmost support.
Ayan. So, Carla, ito na ang pinaka-inihintay nila. Ibigay na ba natin?
Sige ate, ibigay natin. Pero sino kaya yung nag-BO kanina sa...
Ako curious din ako doon kasi pero sabi ko parang familiar siya pero at the same time hindi kasi ako sure.
Sino kaya
Pero
yun?
kaya malalaman natin yan.
Yeah.
Mamaya mag-voice over reveal tayo. Pero without further ado, sige nga, introduce mo na Carla kasi feeling ko excited na talaga ang ating fellow student.
Okay ate, may we call on Sean, Sly, the Bengonia, and Christina Melizo to lead our raffle today. Kuya Sean, Ate Christina, may we hear your voices? Mukhang excited na ang mga ka-SWITS natin eh.
Good morning mga ka-SWITS. Ito po yung mga hinihintay nyo, ang raffle masters, di ba partner?
Yes, Kuya Sean. Ngayon, last na tong raffle na to. Kung hindi ka man nanalo ng mga nakaraang araw, baka ito na yung chance na manalo, di ba Kuya Sean?
Yes po, partner. Ano nga ba ang mga prizes natin ngayon? Ang mga prizes natin ngayon ay winner of 200 Gcash and 2 DICT merch. Ayun po. And bago natin simulan ng raffle, here's the instruction to receive your prize. Number 1, like and follow the SWITS page. Number 2, share this live with the 5 official hashtags. Hashtag SWITS2122, hashtag 11 IT Congress, hashtag Panorama, hashtag Face It Down, _ Ace It Up, hashtag uprise _ CICT. And the third one is use our 11th IT Congress frame along with the unified caption and hashtags. And lastly, take a snap in our online photo booth along with the unified hashtags. The link is posted on our page. So, simulan na ba natin ang raffle, partner?
Yes, Kuya Sean, simulan na natin at alam kong excited na ang lahat. Kuya Sean, ano ba yung unang makukuha ng una nating mabubunot?
Sino kaya mabubunot natin? Tech, let's start na po ang raffle. Sino kaya mananalo ang 200 Gcash natin, partner? Ang nanalo ay
Sino nanalo?
Salazar. Ano yung partner? Salazar
Salazar Dapien.
and Maui G.
Congratulations sa'yo, Salazar.
Ang susunod na i-raffle natin ay isang DICT merch. Sino kaya ang mananalo? Ayun nga, sino? IC, Perez, Chris, Janelle C. Tama ba, partner?
Yes, tama po, Kuya Sean.
Ayan. And lastly, isa pang DICT merch. Kaya sino ang mananalo? Tech, paano nga po ng raffle? Congrats, Villas, partner, Villas Senior. Tama ba? J. Mildy.
James, yes. Yes, Kuya Sean.
Ayun nga po. Pakisundan na lang po ang mga sinabi kanina, like and the follows the sweet page and share this live with official hashtags.
Yan. Congratulations sa ating mga winners. Just make sure lang po na nagawa nyo ang ating 4 instruction at na-screenshot ang mga ito. Then after that, don't forget na isend po ang mga ito sa ating page. Ayan, kung hindi man kayo nanalo ngayon, meron pa po mamaya bago mag-end ang ating event. Mapapanalunan po yun ng Microsoft Bundle at isang loot box.
Ay, wait na lang po natin ang mga hindi po nanalo mga ngayon. Wait na lang po natin ang next raffle. May pag-asa naman po kayo maghintay ng mga prizes. Di ba, partner?
Yes po, Kuya Sean.
Ayun po.
Yan, so balik na po tayo sa event.
Thank you.
And finally, ayan, congratulations sa inyo ating lucky raffle draw winners. And the moment that we have been waiting for the past few days, we've seen the outputs of our beloved contestants from different competitions. Talagang makikita mo na ang CICT students, hindi lang sila basta CICT students. Sila ay world-class students, kumbaga talagang mahuhusay.
Yes.
Medyo
Ganun
busog ang ate,
talented.
medyo nagbe-burp pa. Pero yun
Masarap
nga,
na ate.
masarap. So, hindi na talaga natin papatagalin to dahil alam ko namang inaantay nyo na at excited kayong malaman kung sino ang ating winners from our different competitions. And with that,
Present the award for the skills competition winners. May we call on Jiro Banyaga, representative of the skills competition.
Thank you, MCs. Let's begin the awarding from the last place. For placing third in our Break IT Code competition, we would like to congratulate Cedric Kyle C. Cabrera.
Break It Code Java Programming Competition.
For the second place, we would like to congratulate Mark Joseph L. Parr. And for the last place, we would like to congratulate Charles Jason M. Garcia for placing the first. Again, congratulations and thank you for all those who participated in our skills competition, Break It Code.
congratulations to the winners of skills competition. Carla, shall we move on to the next competition?
Yes, Ate Pat, and to present the award for the side events winners, please take over our virtual stage, Glenn Angel Polanco, head of the side events.
Hello. Ka-SWITS present you the winners of Utopia, a mended wasteland, a photo manipulation competition. Starting with a special award. Sige.
Utopia, a mended wasteland.
Starting with a special award, all of the entries were uploaded on the SWITS Facebook page on December 1 to conduct the online voting, which ended on December 2. The People's Choice Award will be given to the entry with the highest number of heart reactions. And now, the entry that gained a total of 246 heart reactions from the online voting Congratulations to Utopia by Mr. Mike Angelo B. Villarta. Moving on to the main awards. In the third place, the entry that received an overall score of 90.5% from the judges. Congratulations to Mr. C. Lian S. Reyes for his amazing photo manipulation artwork. In second place, the entry with an overall score of 92% received. Congratulations to Ms. Maria Cristina E. Mauricio with her artwork Living Under the Moonlight. And for the last award, but definitely not the least, in the first place, congratulations to, once again, Utopia by Mr. Mike Angelo B. Villarta with an overall score of 96.5%.
Wow! Let's give a virtual applause for our winners in skills and side event competitions. But before we continue, let's give way for the most awaited performance of CICT Firefax and Buso Live Band.
Unfortunately, we need to change the performance, but this is something that is very close to every CICT student's heart, and I know that pag narinig nyo to, mapapa-headbang na kayo eh. So, without further ado, alam ko naman na pagka narinig nyo to talagang mapapakanta na lang kayo.
LSS.
So, without further ado, let's give way for the most awaited performance. Ito
ang sweets, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, samahang kakalingain ka.
Pundasyon ang pagkakaisa, produkto ng panahon at paniniwala. Pag-unlad ang nais matamasa, malasakit ang siyang sandata. Ika'y humanda na kulay ay ang akbang, hinasa para sa masa, oras na tala at ipakita.
Ito ang sweet, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweet, halina, samahang kakalingain ka. Ito ang sweet, halina, aagapay
sa pag-asang atid ng kinabukasan. Tindig ay pananatilihin, serbisyo ay pagbubutihin. Kaya't maghanda na, kulay ay tataas pa. Inasa para sa masa, oras na tala at ipakita.
Ito ang sweets, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, samahang kakalingain ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, samahang kakalingain ka.
Sweets ng CICT, pagtibayin at tubugin. Sweets ng CICT, may isang hangarin. Sweets ng CICT, pagtibayin at tubugin. Sweets ng CICT, may isang hangarin.
Ito ang sweets, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, samahang kakalingain ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, aagapay uunahin ka. Ito ang sweets, halina, samahang kakalingain ka.
Sweets, tara!
Grabe, di ba sabi sa'yo, pag narinig mo pa lang yun, mapapa-headbang ka na eh. Pero yun nga.
Papayadamang ako eh.
Ano yung headbang? Sige nga, sampulan mo kami.
Ayoko. Baka
Kasi-
maano ko.
Ganito kasi yung headbang ko pag narinig yan. Ito ang sweet. Ganun talaga eh. Kasi grabe yung energy binibigay ng sweet eh. Pero yun nga. Before anything else, alam ko naman na grabe yung pinapakitang husay at galing ng bawat ML players natin. Kaya naman wag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. The last squad standing nga, sabi nila. So may we call on James Siliano, head of the esports competition, to present the award for the winners.
So good morning guys, and I am your head of the esports competition, and I would like to acknowledge the 3 teams who came out on top sa ML competition ay out of 14 teams, and Savalo is out of 12 teams. So for our second runner-up sa ating ML competition, congratulations, 1B Esports. For the first runner-up, Nightmarish PH. And for the grand champion, Sixth Sense. They defend their title from last year. So sa ating Valo competition, second runner-up. Congratulations, Akad Break. For the first runner-up, congratulations, Team BLT. And for the champions, congratulations, Team Winnable, for defending their title from last year. So thank you guys sa pagsuporta sa ating esports, and congratulations to our winners. Back to our MCs. Patricia, and Carla.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Kuya James. Alam mo, grabe ko, ayun pa lang kino-congratulate na kita sa naging success ng ating esports events. Grabe talaga yung pagod, puyat na dinedicate nyo as a team, as a committee. Grabe yon. So, congratulations for the success of the esports. So, ayun nga. And, of course, congratulations din sa ating winners dahil alam naman naming pinaghirapan nyo yan. Talagang, sa tao nga sabi nila, do what makes you happy. And yung resulta niya kasi pasasayan ka din talaga. Sorry, nagbe-burp.
Siyempre, ate, wag din nating kalimutang pasalamatan yung staff behind the side and skills competition. Grabe rin yung hirap nilang mag-ayos ng mga bagay-bagay at bigay sa mga judges at mag-compute ng mga scores.
Hindi tayo matitigal sa patuloy na pagpapasalamat sa bawat isa, sa bawat dedikasyon na inalay nila sa SWITS at lalong-lalo na para sa mga fellow students natin. Isipin mo yun, students ka lang din naman, pero yung dedication and passion mo to serve and make other people happy, diba? So, SWITS family, we are very proud of each of and every one of you and to more success sa atin, diba?
Yes, more events to come.
At sabi nga ni Shai Rishef, when you educate one person, you can change a life. When you educate many, you can change the world. Indeed, these students are capable of becoming the next generation of leaders. So may I call, nagsastutter na sa sobrang proud.
Yes.
May I call on the very rich and generous VP for Finance of SWITS, Kuya Glenn Angel Polanco, for the first ever ALAB Awards. Muntik ko na masabi yung isa, sorry.
It is my greatest honor to present you the first ever SWITS ALAB awardees. COVID-19 pandemic causes several challenges and struggles, yet our educators still able to share new knowledge within the students and to award the ALAB Most Valuable Professors. In top 3, we have Dr. Josephine R. Bayonito. In top 2, we have Ms. Janice Castillo. And the most MVP and most valuable professor, we have Mr. Ruel Paraiso.
Congratulations po sa mga winners ng ALAB Awards. Ate Pat, basta ka na dyan.
Ayan, so may we call on the Society for the Welfare of Information Technology Students, Student Advisor, Ms. Lenise P. Pili, to the virtual stage virtual stage for awarding of judges and facilitators. But before that, I would also like to congratulate all the winner, the selected faculty, the professors sa ALAB Awards. Okay, so correction, I would like to call on stage Mr. Rainiel Dionisio. Ayan, sorry for the wrong name na nabanggit ko. So, ayan nga, congratulations po. Alam naming grabe yung passion and dedication nyo to teach every students po. So, thank you.
Thank you po.
Sige po. Ano yung PC? And now, to award the very first ever ALAB Outstanding Student Awardee for our 8th placer, garnering a total score of 81%, Mr. Army L. Guevara.
Good day mga Ka-SWITS! I am Kian Abimel Guevara from BS-IT2A and I am one of the Swiss ALAB Outstanding Student Awardees. Due to our current situation, wherein we are in the midst of battling the pandemic, all of us suffered mentally, emotionally, and physically. As a student, I've been really anxious when I've heard that we will face the new normal way of learning, which is the online class. I doubted myself and our situation that time. Some negative thoughts kept running through my head. Like, if I will be able to do it, will I be able to learn? Or am I mentally ready for this? And such. To experience a year being with online class, I admit that it's so hard. It brought me stress because adjusting to the new way of learning is hard. I can't find my will and motivation to do all my assignments and activities because of our situation. But thankfully, I survived, and here I keep on surviving. So what are the reasons why did I become an outstanding student despite this pandemic? One of these reasons is that being a procrastinator is my biggest enemy. So I changed it on becoming a responsible student. Once the activities were given, I always do it immediately as much as I can so that I won't be cramped once the submission date is near. What I've learned here is that having time management and being a responsible one should be implemented. Let's be responsible with our studies. Never ever neglect it, even despite the current situation. But what mostly important is that never ever let your faith to Almighty God to vanish. He is our only rock, and let His guidance will always with us in achieving our dreams in life. And lastly, may this message will bring motivation to all of you. Never ever stop dreaming and praying. All of these are just trials. May we all surpass everything. Let us be strong and be healthy. That's all. Have a great day ahead.
Once again, thank you to Mr. Army Al Guevara for being the 8th placer to our first ever
Alab Outstanding Student Award. Next, for our 7th placer, with a point average of 82%, she is none other than Maria Socorro Burabon.
Hi, I am Marisa Carvarabal from BSIT 2A, one of the Sweets I Love Outstanding Student Awardees. When the pandemic started, all of us were affected by it. Most of us, our parents lost their jobs, and even some of the working students lost their jobs too. I'm also affected by the pandemic because I'm a daughter of a solo parent and my mother's work is also affected by it. There's a lot of changes happening in our lives. I know most of us are struggling in our finances and also in our studies. All of us can be an outstanding student despite the pandemic. I can say that I became an outstanding student because of time management, because honestly, it's not. I'm also struggling with how to handle my time properly and effectively since the academic year started in the time of the pandemic and until now. And I know we have a different situation in our home and in our studies. I can say that I became an outstanding student despite the pandemic because I don't give up on my dreams. Even though there is a time that I almost gave up because I'm also just a human too. I also feel tired and exhausted every day just like you, but I didn't stop moving. Because I don't want all my efforts and my mama's efforts will be wasted. Also, through the help and support of the people around me, I want to take this opportunity to thank those people who guide, help, and support me in this academic year in spite of the pandemic. First, I want to thank my family. My mama who is always there for me and also the one who never gave up on me. To my kuya who lent me his laptop. To the family of my church mate who let me use their packet Wi-Fi. Thank you to my classmates / my friends right now, Steven, Jerome, Clyde, and Kenneth. I also want to express my gratitude to my teachers from elementary up to senior high school and some of my church mates who supported me when I tried to sell chocolates and biscuits last year to support my load when our academic year started, and to all my professors since first year until now. I also want to thank the SWITS organization because of their Project Share It Load assistance. I am so thankful to God to be one of the beneficiaries of it. Because of their project, it helped me with my load finances last semester. Most of all, I want to thank God to give me this wonderful opportunity. We face a lot of problems in our lives, but we need to continue doing our best. We strive harder and trust everything to our Lord. Congratulations to all of us. Congratulate yourself for not giving up and for still continuing moving forward for your dreams and for your family. We feel tired and exhausted. You can take a rest for a while because it's also part of our lives and our success. But never ever give up on your dreams. Just continue because in the right time, all of our efforts will be paid off. Thank you so much, po.
That was so inspiring. Again, she is Maria Socorro Burabod, our 7th placer for the Alab Outstanding Student Award. Now, for our 6th placer, with a point average of 83%, he is none other than John Christian M. Gamayo.
My name is John Christian Gamayat from BSIT 2A, one of the SWITS Alab Outstanding Student Awardees. More often than not, people would usually think that being an outstanding student means that you should have all the best qualities there is, such as intelligence, diligence, and awards, and many more. In fact, I'm not even a role model student myself. But that's because we don't have to be. Now, don't get me wrong. These qualities really help a student achieve something. But what if you're one of those people who didn't have this skill set? I think we need some aspects that get you out of your bed so early in the morning. Aspects that are so important enough to you that even without motivation, you can get by any setbacks, be it a pandemic or lack of resources, so be it. These aspects are self-discipline and goals. You see, anyone can have it, no exceptions. So if you're telling me that you can't, then you're just making an excuse for having a poor mindset and your laziness. Because we already know that life is not fair. But the question is, what are you gonna do about it? Now, a lot of people in the world already prove it that you can be a nobody and be somebody. Although it may sound funny and cringy for some people to talk about it, these aspects gives you reasons and something to hold on every day. And having something to hold on every day strengthens your willpower and determination so much that any setbacks will not break you easily. And if you don't like the options that other people presented to you, then you just have to make an option for yourself.
Once again, he is Mr. John Christian M. Gamayon. And now, for our fifth placer, with a point average of 84%, he is Lian Robert M.
Hi, I'm Lian Robert M. Chris from BSIT-2A, one of the SWITS ALAB Outstanding Student Awardees. Prepare ahead of time. Read your assignments, complete your homework, and be prepared to respond to your instructors before class. Because of the limitations of in-person interaction, it is easy to become disengaged during difficult times. Students need to be more engaged in their classes than ever before. You alone are responsible for your knowledge. Patience is a virtue. Be patient with yourself as well as with others. While we encourage you to stay positive and hopeful, we recognize that this is a significant disruption for many people, and adapting may be difficult. Be patient, and remember that what you're feeling is real. Even if it's not the same as what others are feeling, we are all trying our hardest. Find your hobby, may it be planting, games, or even drawing, doing arts and crafts, pursuing forms of arts and crafts. Having something to put energy into besides doom scrolling can be a way to express yourself and release stress. Don't be afraid to seek assistance and try to stay connected. Social distancing can feel very isolating, but it doesn't mean you are alone. Communications and social connections can be a great way to stay connected with friends. In-person academic and emotional support may not be available, but don't be afraid to ask your friends, classmates, or even professors for help when you're struggling. You must be self-disciplined. For many people, the space in which they learn is also the space in which they work and live. Having a structure and practicing self-discipline can assist you in setting boundaries and establishing a new routine.
Once again, she is Lian Robert M. Cruz. And I would like to clear our 8th placer is Kian L. Guevara. Next, for our 4th placer, with a grade point average of 85%, we have a tie between Nina Rafaela S. Velasco and Alan Iverson A. Reyes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nina Rafaela S. Velasco, a BSIT student from 2A and an outstanding student awardee. The current COVID-19 pandemic has impacted us all, and adjusting to life as an online student has been difficult for everyone because we are not used to a new way of learning. But we must continue to develop our knowledge and skills in order to bring out the best version of ourselves and to become outstanding no matter what the situation is. Being outstanding for me is not just getting good grades or accomplishing schoolwork excellently, but it is more about, first, having a positive outlook in life. Looking at the bright side of life allows you to turn difficulty into an opportunity. It's like seeing everything as a blessing in disguise and believing in your ability that you can succeed no matter what the situation is. Second, focus on what we want to achieve. Even the pandemic will not be able to stop us if we know what we want and are determined to get it no matter what. And we can discover the true purpose of our life by focusing on what we have and making the most of it to bring out the greatest version of ourselves. Third, having faith in our God. As Corrie ten Boom said, faith is seeing the invisible, believing the impossible, and receiving the incredible. In these trying times, what matters most is that we have a strong faith that God has allowed things to happen for a reason. And whatever that reason is, it surely is what's best for us. So let us allow God to work in our lives, whatever the situation may be, and whatever the circumstances we are in. Finally, living each day as if it were our last. By this, we will not waste every minute of our lives, and we will try to do our best to make every moment count, every moment an opportunity to express our love and gratitude for everything, be it with the people who are with us every day or the people who we just met. So to be an outstanding student is to be out there standing even to the toughest test of time. To be out there standing and making difference in the life of others, and to be out there standing to bring the greatest glory to God.
Hi, I am Alan Iverson A. Reyes from BSIT 2G, and I am one of the SWITS Alab Outstanding Student Awardees. Someone asked, how to be an outstanding student despite this pandemic? To be an outstanding student despite this pandemic means to have courage, heart of service, and a living drive. First, courage. Living in a society where self-drive is important, I always find courage as a core value. Even you are at your lowest, even you have the latest gadget, variety of resources, and the free will to study, or even in a different path where negligence exists and not everyone seems to be privileged, it takes courage to move forward. In the midst of this pandemic, if we know how to believe in ourselves and uphold our dreams, we can continue to strive towards excellence. Second, heart of service. This service doesn't only include the act of service we provide to our classmates or in the student council to serve our fellow men, but also the act of service for myself, my family, and to the society. When I entered this university, I pledged to serve everyone who made me believe that I can. And such, this is not just a form of responsibility, but a response to the honor and opportunity that I am able to have. Lastly, to have a living drive at all forms. I have a goal to achieve for myself and for the people around me. I see through life boundaries more than those codes, programming processes, or how can I survive this course. I always look forward on how I can make the impossible possible. by means of remembering my starting point and the reason why I am here. Being an excellent student doesn't only reflect on the awards or honorarium that each and everyone here receives, but how we know that you became the best version of yourself. You are not competing with everyone. There is no need to be scared or be threatened by others. The real game is how you make yourself better every day. Thus, the peak of excellence is how we are all here today, smiling and acknowledging that we get through all these trials. I hope that we are able to inspire everyone, not only my fellow CICT students, but also the whole Bulso community, that despite this pandemic, we can all be an outstanding student in all possible ways. Thank you.
Once again, our fourth placers, Ms. Nina Rafaela S. Velasco and Mr. Alan Iverson A. Reyes. Congratulations to the both of you. Next, for our third placer, with a grade point average of 87%, he is none other than Mr. Jerome A. Tayao.
Good day and mabuhay! I am Jerome Tayao from BSIT 2A and one of the recipients of the first Sweets Alab Outstanding Student Award. Ever since the pandemic has started, life has been difficult as we have to conquer a tremendous amount of adjustments in our daily living, especially in this online mode of learning. Seeing the whole world's situation, I can say that it is tough to find motivation as a student. To be an outstanding student, I always remind myself of my mantra, which is kinaya, kinakaya, and kakayanin. I find encouragement by reminding myself about my dreams for myself, my family, and those who support me to achieve my goals. In addition, it is true that patience is a virtue. Be patient with yourself and be patient with others. You need to be aware that your feelings are valid and others may be experiencing them differently. I would also like to mention that it is crucial to be prepared and disciplined. With this online learning mode, it is better to prepare and prevent so we don't have to repair and repent. Lastly, I believe that in this online class, communication is the key. I will not be here in front of you without having the ability to communicate with other people. That is why I would like to thank my classmates and my friend, Clyde, Kenneth, Steven, Socorro, and Ben. I would also like to extend my gratitude to my past and current professors, my past and current advisors, Ma'am Raquel, Ma'am Laika, and Ma'am Janice. To my organization, the SWITS, the CICT, and our school, Bulacan State University. A special thanks to the unending support, love, and sacrifice of my parents and family. Last but not the least, all of these achievements are all for the glory of our God Almighty. That's all. Thank you, and may God always bless us.
Once again, our third placer, our very own Mr. Jerome A. Tayao. Next, for our second placer, with the grade point average of 89%, for the second time, we have a tie between Christian D. Magallon and Ms. Raika Jean Mendoza Austin.
Hi, I am Christian Di Magallon from List 3A and one of the Sweets Alab Outstanding Awardees. And the question is, how to be an outstanding student during this pandemic? First of all, it is really difficult to be an outstanding student during this time. The more you achieve something is the more they expect from you, right? But I will give you remedy or tips on how to be an outstanding student. First is time management. Time management means that you are responsible and intelligent enough to handle and treasure your time. You value every second, every minute of the day to make it beneficial and productive. Second, be productive and be responsible.
If you are responsible, you can accomplish every task given by the professor, advisor, subject instructor on time. Being responsible for me means having an ability to accomplish the task on time. Third and last, good manners. Having good attitude towards academics and to your professors will reflect who you are. One thing I've learned that you cannot reach anything with better outcome if you are arrogant or rude to your colleagues. Having good communication breeds for something good and breeds for success. I hope you follow these 3 tips on how to be an outstanding student. Thank you.
I am Regina Masria from BSIT2I, one of the SWITS ALAB Outstanding Student Awardees, and my answer to the question, how to be an outstanding student despite this pandemic. So, being an outstanding student awardee is something I would definitely cherish. Even though being an outstanding student is not a new award for me, I don't think of it as something I collect solely for the purpose of others' appraisal. Since I am the class mayor, I've seen how everyone in our class struggles to get through the day. I have no right to deny that there are many deserving students to hold this title, and I believe that everyone stands distinctively on their own. As a result, not only do I the only one who deserves this award, but so does every student who continues to fight for their dreams. As a matter of fact, this course isn't even my first choice, but I am glad I am making through and learning to love BSIT. That's why I'd like to acknowledge the quality education that our institution has been giving, especially our college. We all know that we are all suffering this pandemic and it badly affected our education that we must endure this new normal setup. And since we are IT students, I think in the future, this is our responsibility to create and innovate a more effective way of learning. And I can proudly say, as a product of this university, CACT mold students in a very efficient way. In my first year here in Bulsu, I'm already awarded as President's Lister. I am a chairperson of a student committee. I have become a student ambassador of Microsoft itself, and I am pioneering a tech community. Hence, despite this pandemic, CICT has opened multiple doors of opportunity before me.
Once again, congratulations to our second placers, Mr. Christian D. Magallon and Ms. Raika Jean Mendoza, Austria. Now, for our first placer, with the highest grade point average of 90%, our first ever ALAB Student Awardee goes to Mr. Axel Luis P. Coronel.
It's a long way forward, but trust in me. I'm still here and I'll be alive next year. Magandang araw po sa lahat. This is Axel Luis P. Coronel, BSIT 1F and one of the SWITS ALAB Outstanding Student Awardees. Being a recognized student po for this award does not necessarily mean na kami ay perfect na talaga with regards to our grades, to our performances, to our academics. No po, far from that. We too make mistakes, we commit wrongdoings, we have lapses din po. And that's the truth. That's the reality. Ito ang katotohanan. And that's how we address it din po. Kailangan natin ngayon maging realist, kailangan maging pragmatic, kailangan maging goal-oriented. Sure, it's easier said than done, pero di ba kailangan mo rin talaga yung part na kailangan i-filter out yung ideas mo, yung emotions mo, para matrack mo kung ano yung dapat mong puntahan, para malaman mo kung ano yung tama, kung ano yung nararapat. Kaya nga diba in excelling, bawal dapat yung kesera-sera, bawal yung bahala na si Batman, bawal yung may magawa lang. You need to face it to ace it. You need to face it down to ace it up. Because in excellence, kailangan XL, kailangan extra large, or kailangan merong extra effort para makita mo yung wider picture, para malaman mo talaga kung ano yung bigger picture on what's ahead of your direction. And pagiging outstanding naman does not necessarily mean to stand out talaga. All you need to do is to stand outside your comfort zone, because that's how we evolve. Second po talaga, ang una po talagang pumasok sa aking isipan nung tinanong sa akin ang question na ito is that I consolidated all the songs of Porter Robinson. So, hear me out. Being an excellent student means having something comforting. Having a shelter whenever you are a sad machine. That when you look at the mirror and you look at the sky, you play, you pray, you do this all day, and you become your own musician. You get your wish. And by then, your dreams you will unfold. Because magaan ka, even when you shoulder the weight of the world. And still though, the end of the line is still yours, is still within your hands. Go make your life a series. Ikaw na bahala, maglagay ka ng genre, set it as genre, choose your opening theme, the song of your life, and give it whatever trope you want, because the world is limitless. Pero may mas malaki dyan. And that's your life. Within that life of yours is an entire universe that one can never fathom or completely understand. So stay real and go defy your fate. But remember, sometimes inner voice is encouraging, calling for you to run those final yards. You're new there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It will all be okay in the end.
Once again, our first ever ALAB Outstanding Student Awardee, Mr. Axel Luis P. Coronel. Congratulations to all of our winners. Continue to be outstanding in your own humble way. Back to our MC.
Grabe yun!
Super duper ultra mega outstanding talaga ang mga student awardees natin ngayon, ate. Nakaka-inspire talaga sila kasi sobrang dami ng pinagdaanan nila. Pero they still continue to strive hard para sa kanilang dreams and para sa kanilang mga pamilya.
Totoo, nakakatuwa kasi despite the situation that we are currently in, the pandemic, they still manage to be on the top kahit na sobra yung challenge na to sa kanila, and especially sa mga student leaders, di ba? And ayun, congratulations sa ating SWITS ALAB Student Awardees, lalong-lalo na kay Jerome, kay Axel, sa inyong dalawa, kay Nina, Rafaela. Ayun, congratulations sa inyo. And ayun nga, congratulations kay Axel na kanina nagchat na sa akin. Sabi niya, ate, ba't parang wala yung video ko doon? Tapos nagwo-worry siya kasi ang kalat daw ng video niya. Pero yun nga, napakahusay mo, Axel. So, sa chat na lang tayo magbardag, walang dito. Pero yun nga, congratulations sa'yo, napakahusay mong bata, napakahusay mo talaga in all aspects and in many ways, in every meaning talaga. So, ayun, congratulations. So, shall we move forward?
Sabi nga ni Axel, keep going, keep going, keep going, at nag-glitch na. Yun.
Walang break, ganon. Keep going lang na keep going. So, kapag sumemplang tayo, si Axel may kasalanan, ha?
Oo, kasi sabi niya, keep going.
Tapos may nagsabi din sa live, sa comment section natin na ang cute daw ng shirt ni Axel. Yung shirt nga ba o is
talaga ba?
Ayoko na lang mag-talk.
Shirt nga lang ba?
Pero congratulations sa inyo, Jerome, Nina, and Axel. And syempre sa lahat din, di ba?
Yes, iba talaga sa CICT, napakaraming outstanding students. Pero what about naman sa leadership awards? Yan, and to present the leadership awards, let's call on our own Vice President for Finance, none other than Glenn Angel Polanco.
Ako na lang po ulit. So medyo nagkakaroon lang po ng technical difficulties ang ating VP for Finance, but itutuloy pa rin natin to. And now to award our first ever ALAB Leadership Awardee. For our top 5, we have here Angelica Payongayo.
A pleasant day to each and every one of you. I am Angelica Payongayo, currently taking up a degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, class of 4Q, and I am one of the SWITS ALAB Leadership Awardees. So una po sa lahat, isa pong napakalaking pribilehiyo na makatanggap ng award dito sa first ALAB Awards ng SWITS. Thank you SWITS for making this possible. And ayun, being a leader is tough dahil bukod sa napakalaking responsibilidad na kailangan mong gampanan ay dapat maging isa kang good role model sa members mo, sa kapwa mo leaders, at syempre sa iba pang mga tao. Dapat may kakayahan ka rin na makapag-motivate at maka-inspire, lalo na sa panahon ngayon ng pandemya na nawawalan ng gana ang estudyante. At ayun po, hindi ko po inaasahan na magiging isang presidente ako ng isang university-wide organization. At the same time ay magiging class officer, specifically vice mayor, ngayong taon. Tapos panahon pa ng pandemic, dagdag stress at pressure talaga. Pero dahil po sa tulong ng pamilya, kaibigan at co-officers ko, syempre kinakaya. At ayun po, ginagawa ko lahat ng makakaya ko para maging isang good leader. Hindi man maging best leader, pero gusto ko masabi sa sarili ko na dito sa una at huling term ko, masasabi ko na nagampanan ko yung pagiging presidente ko ng JARES at pagiging vice mayor ng BSIT 4Q. Gusto ko rin pong masabi sa sarili ko na na-achieve namin ang goal ng org. Nakapag-inspire at motivate ako ng mga klase ko, members ko at iba pang mga estudyante. Lastly, tinanggap ko ang hamon ng pagiging leader hindi para umangat or mangibabaw, kundi para matuto at para maibahagi ko yung mga kakayahan ko at makatulong at makapagsilbi sa organisasyon at klaseng kinabibilangan ko. So, sa pagtatapos, gusto ko pong iwan ang quote na ito na galing kay Donald McGannon, which is, "Leadership is an action, not a position." So, that's all. Thank you.
Again, that was Angelica Payongayo. For our fourth placer for the ALAB Leadership Awardee, we have Miss Raika Jean Austria.
I am Raika Jean M. Austria from BSIT 2I, one of the SWITS ALAB Leadership Awardees, and I am eager of leading despite the current circumstances. Ever since I started schooling, I am already fond of leading others. I am a former editor-in-chief and been in school publications for almost a decade already, since it is where my heart really lies. And now, in just a year in BUSU, I am a chairperson of a student committee. I have become a student ambassador of Microsoft itself, and it is a worldwide community for student leaders. And I am pioneering a university-wide tech community in our beloved BUSU, which is Microsoft Student Community. So I'd like to utilize this award to empower more students and to help them by possibly leading and giving them motivation that I could be a living testament that with determination, you can achieve success slowly. even if you don't think you're on the right track, because it isn't the path you familiarized by heart. So, life is a long process, and we don't know how much time we have. So, the only thing we can do is enjoy every minute of it while creating and establishing our own personas. When the time comes, as an IT student, I'd like to build something that would be beneficial to students if the future won't forbid. I'd like to use my voice to disrupt the loop of believing that we, as women, are destined to become more than just being a woman. I'd like to show the world that we're more than that. I am already a student leader, and I cannot see any barriers prohibiting me from motivating others. Moreover, I'd like to emphasize that continuing to improve technology will help us accomplish our aim of bringing betterment to everyone. As an IT student, I knew it would be my responsibility to carry on the legacy, which I am honored to do so, and as a recipient of this leadership award as well.
And that was our fourth ALAB Leadership Awardee, Ms. Raika Jean Austria. Now, for our third placer, we have here Mr. Jason S. Casina.
Hi everyone, I am Jason Escasinas from BSIT 3O, a board member of the CICT Local Student Council and a class mayor, and I am one of the SWITS ALAB Leadership Awardees. One of the most important things for me as a leader amidst this pandemic is the ability to utilize the power of human connection. Many of us are stuck at our homes, and majority of people have different duties and obligations, not only to our academics, but as well as to our responsibilities with our families. And there's a lot of stress and pressure on everyone, and that is why it is critical to be able to engage with people virtually and to be able to communicate with them. Being a leader amidst this pandemic has been one of the greatest challenges I've encountered, but it is also one of the best. Bill Gates once said, "As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others." People gravitate towards people who show up authentically and remain true, and that is why communication is key, as we have heard this time and time again. In our situation, we cannot afford to not communicate. As a leader, it is comforting, and at the same time, it makes our job easier if everyone around us has a say and is valued, because then we are able to create a safe space where people can share what we know, knowing that what we know could possibly change by what we learn from each other. To be a leader does not necessarily mean you have to be the brightest and the standout among the crowd, but you are the one that the group looks up to for guidance and making the key decisions, because you have the ability to unite people, and so your actions are empowered by the trust of the people around you, and that is why you have the authority of which one leader should utilize to be able to give back to the people who support him or her. I want a lot of things in life, and to get what I want, I need a lot of help and an environment fit for achieving such a goal. And that is why I aim to create a safe space and a productive ecosystem where I with fellow students can work together towards attaining success in our plans. I don't have much skills, but I am a leader. I'd like to share to you this quote from Dr. Seuss, which I use as a guiding principle whenever I encounter tough situations. When something bad happens, you have three choices. You can let it either define you, you can let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. And so, in your personal endeavors in life, may have the passion and eagerness to serve as I did. Because the best way to have the inspiration to lead is to be genuine and care for the people around you. That is all. Thank you for listening.
Again, that is our third placer, Mr. Jason S. Casinas. And for our second placer, he is none other than Mr. Jerome.
Good day and mabuhay! I am Jerome Tayao from BSIT 2A and one of the recipients of the first SWITS ALAB Leadership Award. From the past semester, I became the class mayor of the BSIT 1A. For this semester, I became elected as the class vice mayor. To share with you, I didn't have the experience to be a class officer even in my elementary or high school days. I didn't have much leadership knowledge and skills until my classmates decided to elect me as a class leader. I am fully aware that this responsibility is hard to carry, significantly since this pandemic amplifies the disasters we have to face as students and leaders. Even though I was hesitant at first, I accepted the position they entrusted to me. During my service, I have learned that we must blend courage with compassion to be a good leader. I have observed that during this online class, there is a lack of confidence from the students to express their feelings, ideas, and emotions. Somehow, this online class still aims to connect teachers and students, but it is undeniable that there is still a barrier that divides us because of this situation. As class representatives, we must have communication skills to speak for the unspoken. We must know how to handle disagreements and miscommunication. I may not be the best leader I wish I could be, but I am eager to learn new things to benefit the classroom and our society during this pandemic. Lastly, I would like to give tribute to those who helped me in this journey. Thanks to my classmates and friends, Clyde, Kenneth, Steven, Socorro, and Ben. I would also like to extend my gratitude to my past and current professors, my past and current advisors, Ma'am Raquel, Ma'am Laika, Ma'am Janice, to my organization, the SWITS, the CICT, and our school, Bulacan State University. A special thanks to the unending support, love, and sacrifice of my parents and family. Last but not the least, all of these achievements are all for the glory of our God Almighty. That's all. Thank you, and may God always bless us.
Again, that is our second placer, Mr. Jerome Tayaw. And for our first placer, he is none other than Mr. Edison.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all of you. I am Edison M. Tuason from BSIT 30, one of the SWITS ALAB Leadership Awardees. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Society for the Welfare of Information Technology students for conducting this first awarding ceremony of our college. Also, I would like to thank my fellow local student council officers, CICT LSC student committees, and our faculty advisor, Sir Ren Adriano. Congratulations to the recipients whom I admire and respect. Parang kahapon lang noong isa akong freshman student. Isa lang din akong ordinaryong estudyante na pumapasok sa campus para matuto at makita ang mga kaibigan ko. Bilang estudyante, nararanasan ko rin yung mga hirap na nararanasan ng kapwa ko estudyante. Dahil dito, nagkaroon ako ng adhikain na tumulong at tumakbo bilang BSIT board member. Sa kasamaang palad, hindi ito natuloy dahil sa pandemya. Ngunit, hindi ito naging daan para mawala ang aking dedikasyon. Bagkus, ang pangyayaring ito ang naging tulay upang magpatuloy ako sa aking misyon. Batid ko na ang pagiging leader estudyante sa panahong ito ay maraming kaakibat na responsibilidad. Kabilang narito ang panibagong hamon sa online mode of learning. Mas kinakailangan ng mga estudyante na magsisilbing gabay at makakasama sa paglalakbay patungo sa hangaring makapagtapos. Tungkulin ng konseho na pakinggan at isaalang-alang lahat ng mga opinyon at pagpuna mula sa mga tao na nakapaligid sa amin upang maging instrumento sa mas mabisang pagre-resolba at pagbibigay ng aksyon. Isa sa pinakaunang proyekto ng konseho ay ang donation drive na pinamagatang Loving, Sharing, Caring the CICT Way. Sa pamamagitan nito, nakapagbibigay ang konseho ng pag-asa na kahit sa oras ng pangamba ay merong handang tumulong sa kanila kahit sa maliit na paraan. Ibinahagi ko ang aking kwento dahil hangad ko na magsilbi itong inspirasyon para sa inyo na nanonood nito upang sabihin na dati lang din akong isang estudyante na nagkaroon ng layuning tumulong at magsilbing boses ng mga kapwa nating estudyante. Ikaw na nanonood nito, Maaari ka ring maging isang leader basta't sisimulan mo ito sa iyong sarili. Nais kong makasana ang aking mensahe sa pamamagitan ng kataga ni Orison Marden na pwede kang magtagumpay kahit walang ibang nagtitiwala sa kakayahan mo, kahit batikusin ka man ng lahat. Pero hindi ka magtatagumpay kapag hindi ka nagtitiwala sa iyong sarili. Taos-puso po akong nagpapasalamat at inaalay ko ang award na ito sa LSC at sa mga estudyante ng CICT. Uprise CICT, Soar Bulsu. Maraming salamat po and may God bless us all.
Again, that is our first placer for Alab Leadership Award, Mr. Edison Tuason. Keep the fire of your dedication continue burning and your passion continue raging. Panatilihin ninyong nag-aalab ang inyong pagnanais na matuto at magsilbi sa kabila ng pandemya. Magkita-kita po tayong muli sa susunod na SWITS Alab Awards. Balik sa ating MC.
Congratulations po sa mga nanalo ng Alab Awards. Simula po sa MVP, sa Outstanding Student, and also sa Leadership Award. Sabi nga nila, being a leader is not to outstand, di ba? It is a responsibility given by the people who elected, who chose them. So, mga nagli-lead sa amin, sa aming mga mayors and vice mayors, salamat po sa pagli-lead sa aming klase at sa iba pang organization, salamat po. And kay President Rainiel and kay Ate Mizrain, salamat din po sa pag-guide sa amin.
Yes, being a leader is not easy, but as long as there are people who appreciates the effort and the hard works of the leaders, diba, magpapatuloy yan. Kaya nga tayo, tulad ng Itbulaga, hanggat may CICT, hanggat may estudyante, may SWITS. Diba?
Yes! So, moving on, let us also give appreciation to our judges who accepted our invitation to choose our winners for today. And also the facilitators who made every competition organized.
Yes, sige po. And now, to acknowledge the presence and contribution of our judges and facilitators for our 11th IT Congress entitled Panorama, the wide projection of technology. For the Break It Code facilitator, here is Mr. Gabriel Galang. Thank you, sir. For our judges in Utopia, we have here Mr. Christian B. Santos. We also have here Mr. Christopher Ray San Jose, Mr. Franz John D. Bermudez, and Miss Angela Garcia Postino. And that's all for our judges and facilitators. Lahat po sila is makaka-receive ng e-certificates from our organization. Back to you, MCs.
And ayun nga, congratulations and thank you po sa ating mga judges for lending us your time na tingnan yung mga works ng ating mga students for the competitions. Thank you very much.
O sa ate, pupunta na po ba tayo sa pag-award ng ating staff and organizers behind this event?
Okay, go!
Yes.
Let us also appreciate the efforts of the staff behind this event. Everything would not be possible without them. Grabe yun nga, katulad ng paulit-ulit namin sinasabi kanina na kundi dahil sa technical team yan, si Matthew, si Kuya Dasurv, si Justin, baka hindi natin nagagawa to ngayon. Baka PowerPoint lang tayo dahil din to sa tulong ng ating layout artists, video editors, and also graphic designers. And of course, sa contribution ng bawat tulong na ibinibigay ng bawat isa sa SWITS officers. And of course, sa inyo, our dear students, our dear fellow students na patuloy na sinusuportahan ang bawat programa natin, ang bawat event. Thank you very much. Hindi dito nagtatapos ang ating IT Congress. At yun nga, paalala ko lang, kung hindi ka nanalo the past few days sa ating mga raffles, huwag kayong mawawala ng pag-asa dahil patuloy ang pag-asa dahil meron pa tayong pa-raffle mamaya. But without further ado, sige nga Carla.
We call on Ms. Paloma Lynn Alvarez, Senior Student Advisor of SWITS, to present the awards of our diligence. Here we are at last at the final day of 11th IT Congress entitled Panorama, the Wide Projection of Technology. And today, let us all acknowledge the efforts and hard work of the people behind SWITS. The people who prepare and work all throughout to give us the utmost of 11th IT Congress. Let us award the organizers, and all together, let us all watch this video.
Ayan, so, ayan nga. Nauna na pala tayo mag-thank you, Carla, no? Pero yan nga, yun nga, let's give them a virtual round of applause, di ba?
Yes.
Pero ayun nga, kasi totoo naman na lahat ng to hindi talaga magiging posible kundi dahil sa kanila. So, thank you, Ate Paloma, for that. And also, alam ko namang excited na kayo for the raffle. Pero before that, let's do another round of shout-out.
Yes!
And alam kong, Carla, wala kang maisha-shoutout.
Meron po ako isang shoutout.
Carla?
Meron po shoutout mula kay Kuya Matthew.
Carla!
Shoutout po kay Kuya Cholo. Musta na daw po kayo? Sabi nung crush niya. Ay, yung crush niya.
Okay, so let's do the shoutout. So, ayun nga. Shout ay kay Timothy Vergara Maglasang, late na hindi na-counted. Ayun. So, shout out sa inyo kay Joshua Raidor, kay Adriel Adriano, kay Janelle de los Reyes, and kay Abby Gallego. Sabi po niya ay congratulations sa'yo, Paloma Ilagan Alvarez. So, ayun. Congratulations po, Ate Paloma. And ayun, yung may shout out ko pa ba, Carla?
Yes, shout out Kuya James.
Ayan.
Shout.
Sabi naman ni Kim Flores, good morning, Pat. Ang saya-saya mo ngayon, Kim.
Ba't nakangiti,
Good morning
ate?
din sa'yo.
Ba't parang masaya ka?
Tama, shoutout din po kay sa Cursor Publication at BSIT1C from John Carlos de Guzman. Carla, mag-uusap tayo later, ha?
Yun, kay John Carlos, shoutout sa'yo.
Ayan, so shoutout din. Ito, gustong-gusto ko na ito talagang i-shoutout kay Matthew na na-friend zone talaga. Promise. Shoutout sa'yo at kay Kuya James na na-friend zone din.
Ba't parang nagbablash ate Pat, tita? Ay,
so, ayun nga. Ano ba, mag-proceed na ba tayo sa raffle? Huwag na natin ito patagalin.
yes, it's raffle time! Kaya, ano pa hinihintay natin? Let us know sa comment kung gusto nyo ba manalo ng raffle by sending blue and orange heart. Kaya naman Kuya Sean and ate, ito ba kayo? Kasi ang ating mga ka-SWITS ay ready na.
Hello po ulit mga ka-SWITS. Thank you Pat and Ate Carla.
Ayan, nagbabalik ulit tayo sa last raffle for today. Ayan.
Ang last raffle for today, the prizes are the Microsoft Bundle and Loot Box. Ang sasabihin po namin ma'am, after ng raffle ng mga instructions, i-start po muna natin ang raffle. Ayun po. Sino kaya ang mananalo sa Microsoft Bundle? Congrats po kay Pineda John Maverick M.
Congrats sa'yo, Pineda, John Maverick.
And next raffle po, sa loot box po. Congratulations po kay Agustin John Paul G. Ito po ang instructions po ulit para sa makuha nyo po ang prizes nyo po. Yun po, 1, like and follow the SWITS page. 2, share this live with the 5 official hashtags. And number 3, use our 11th IT Congress frame along with this unified caption and hashtags. And lastly, take a snap in our online photo booth along with the unified hashtags.
Ayan. Congratulations po sa ating mga winners. Just make sure lang po na nagawa nyo ang ating 4 instructions at na-screenshots ang mga ito. Then after that, don't forget na isend po ang mga ito sa ating FB page. Ayan. Congratulations!
That's ulit po sa inyo. Thank you. Amen. Back to you po.
Yes! Yun na nga, Ate Pat.
Ayun, sorry. Congratulations sa ating winner. So, alam niya talaga, ito yung one thing na curious talaga ako sa mga nananalo ng raffle. Kasi ako medyo malas ako sa ganyan. So, naka-curious ako kung anong prayer rituals niyo para manalo eh.
Kaya nga, paano bang manalo sa raffle eh?
Para-parehas lang naman tayong anak ni Lord. Pero bakit nagkala kayo?
Pero, due to public demands, magsa-shoutout pa rin po tayo. Yes, of course. Yes,
So, ayan. Ako may shoutout ako. Ito, request talaga to eh. Shoutout kay Fonzie Santos, kay Eunice Day na hanggang ngayon tulog pa. Shoutout din sa crush ng aking alaga na si Andreana Celestine Aguilar. Shoutout sa'yo, AC. And also shoutout din kay Keith Vergara sa Kambal. And also shoutout kay Jermaine Denise Ferrer. Hello, I miss you. Nasa TV na ako.
Yes! Shout out din po kay Kuya Matt ulit. Shout out daw po sa pasabog ni Ate Pat. Nadali daw po siya doon. Yes! And shout out din po sa aking mga kaklase sa BSIT 1B. Mahal na mahal ko kayo. And also kay Mama. Mama,
Parang-
nasa live na ako, Mama!
Nasa live na tayo, Carla! Pero bakit parang mali yung shoutout mo kay Matthew? Parang mali eh. Bakit may pasabog eh? Wala mong pasabog talaga. Hindi ko matanggap. Babawi ako.
So yes, ate, let's proceed na po sa ating message of gratitude galing po sa ating talaga namang dedicated and
May humahabol ng
Ay,
shout out.
humahabol. Talaga
Oo,
naman.
nanggigigil na siya. Sabi niya, shout out mo ako. Grrr! from Chola Marcos L. Martin, shout out sa'yo. Ayan, sana masaya ako sa buhay mo na shout out na kita.
Ayan, tutuloy ko na ate ha. Yes. Let's call on our very own and lovable and yes, nasa kanya na ang lahat. Minamahal namin siya ng tapat. Yeah. Our President, Mr. Rainiel.
Thank you to our energetic MC for today. According to Mr. Michael John Bobak, a digital artist who is more known for his quote than his art, a progress takes place outside the comfort zone. Guests, professors, faculty, admins, officers, and to all of you, our dear students, a delightful and amusing day to all of you. Today signifies the end of our 11th IT Congress. But may this not be the end of the panoramic generation we are in today. Let's continue to view and see things in wider aspects and perspective. In this juncture, let me utter and express my deepest and sincerest gratitude for all the people behind this artistic and remarkable event. First and foremost, let me thank our God Almighty for giving us strength, knowledge, and skills for us to be able to create this kind of event that will surely create impact for us students. So our university president, Dr. Cecilia N. Gascon, who signifies love and excellence, thank you for joining and imparting knowledge to the BSIT students. To the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs and Services Main Campus, Associate Professor Joseph Roy Celestino, thank you for expressing your support for the goal of our organization and the goal of our college. To the man of efforts and aspirations, our very own CICT Dean, Dr. Kino C. Piad, thank you for being the father of the organization and for sharing your thoughts and knowledge with us. Your effort reaching out and helping us are well appreciated. To Dr. Digna Evale, our college secretary, and Dr. Rosemary M. Bautista, our department head for BSIT, thank you for the guidance both of you are given for the organization. This year's IT Congress is really colorful and extravagant because of our guest speakers. To the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, VP Leonor Leni Robredo, and to the Governor of the Province of Bulacan, Governor Daniel Fernando, thank you for taking time of your busy schedules to accommodate our requests to inspire and motivate our BSIT students. To the SWITS faculty advisors, Mr. John Michael D. Calizon and Mr. Sheldon B. Arenas, your efforts, well-driven, and goal-oriented suggestions and recommendations are really helpful and significant for the success of this event. Power, time, efforts, dedication, and soul. Some of the words that fit with the SWITS officers who really sacrifice their time and use their creative and artistic mind and hands to make the impossible a possible one. From the creative committee, publicity, executive, finance, social media, technical, secretariat, advocacy, your Kuya Reigns is always proud not just to all of your achievements, but for the experience and knowledge all of you are gaining in this journey. Lastly, to all of you, our dear students, Ka-SWITS, this event is truly dedicated to all of you. Without your cooperation and participation, this event will not be possible. In that note, in behalf of the SWITS organization, thank you to all of you. Before I end this speech of gratitude of mine, may you remember what I will tell you in a few minutes. Remember, don't just stay in your comfort zone because that will cause you to fail. Because success is not a comfort procedure. So you must be comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. But remember these three words: fail, end, and no. All of the mentioned words signifies negativity. But what if we turn negativity into positivity? For the word fail, it means first attempt in learning. So never give up. End, END, signifies effort never dies. Just exert effort regardless of the output and result. Lastly, no means next opportunity. Always remember, if one door closes, another door will open. According to Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook is not the first app he made. Even J.K. Rowling rejected 12 times before he published Harry Potter. It only means that the greatest successes come from having a freedom to fail. With that, thank you everyone, and let's continue viewing things in wider perspective. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, President. Sobrang heartwarming
Thank you
na
po, Kuya
kanyang
Reynald, for the very
message.
wonderful. Totoo, parang after ni Kuya magsalita, I felt more motivated to do better and work harder sa field natin. Kasi grabe yung dedication and passion na ina-exert nila Ate Raim, ng executive, and also ng bawat isa sa atin. So parang ayokong masayang yung efforts na yun. Kasi tingnan mo tong IT Congress natin, grabe yung binuhos nilang oras dito para lang maging successful to.
Kahit
Imagine
na
ilang
student week po, no?
Oo. Actually, ilang buwan din tong pinlano bago talaga na-execute to, di ba? So, ganun ka-dedicated na few months before pa lang, pinaplano na talaga to, inaayos na para pagdating ng IT Congress, walang kahit anong aberyang mangyayari, which is very professional talaga. So, for more IT Congress to come, for more success, for more triumphs for the SWITS, for more victories na ipapanalo at ipagtatagumpay natin together sa termino na to at sa susunod pang generations ng Society for the Welfare of Information Technology Students.
Yes, we play.
Actually, alam mo, nabibitin ako, Carla, sa ating IT Congress. Parang mas masarap kung gagawing 2 weeks hanggang 1 month na no?
Kaya nga po, kaso we came to an end na talaga. So,
ang bilis ng oras. Parang kailan lang nag-opening tayo, tas ngayon closing na.
So, let's start. The official closing na po ba? Ready na po ba tayo lahat?
Ready na ba tayong lahat? Pero bago yun, gusto mo na kitang tanungin. Gusto mo, ano yung paborito mong part ng Congress? Since ito yung first time mo
Parang di po ako makapili kasi lahat sila napaka-special na araw. Talagang tinutukan ko talaga everyday. Talagang nagko-comment ako sa events, sa mga break it code, sa opening, syempre, and sa main event until now. Grabe yung efforts. Parang pantay-pantay lang talaga lahat ng quality ng pagbibigay sa atin ng sweets.
Actually, yung quality ng bawat IT Congress, paganda ng paganda So talagang nakaka-excite na every upcoming or impending IT Congress talagang ma-excite ka, aantayin mo diba? So ayun, ako naman ang paborito kong part ng IT Congress, siguro yung opening at closing. Kung paano sinimulan natin to ng may ngiti sa labi at tatapusin natin to na nakangiti pa rin at masaya. Dahil isa na namang 11th IT Congress ang natapos natin, di ba?
Yes, thank you po sa lahat sa inyong mga nanood at mga nag-participate sa ating 11th IT Congress.
Yes. And with that, we would like to thank all the students who continuously supported kahit na alam naming student break ngayon at kayo dapat nagpapahinga nagbigay pa rin kayo ng oras para sa ating IT Congress to support and to watch dahil totoo naman talagang walang sayang na oras pagdating sa IT Congress dahil ang dami mong matututunan at ang dami mo pang chances na manalo ng mga papremyo, di ba? You're on mute yata, Bunso.
Okay po. Thank you po. And also, we sincerely, truly, and honestly thank you for the people who's behind our successful event, our sponsors, partners, and also our dear audience. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much to all of you. This wouldn't be possible if hindi nyo kami sinuporta. Thank you for your trust and yung paniniwala nyo sa amin sa Sweets. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And now, our most anticipated week-long IT Congress have finally reached its end. But it doesn't mean goodbye. Once again, let me use my phrase, see you again next time. This has been Patricia Aliana Alcano, one of your masters of ceremony for this event. And I now declare that Panorama. Oh yeah, before I forgot, we still have closing remarks. Oh yeah, before I forgot.
Yes, our closing remarks po are, let's invite our Sweets faculty advisors, Mr. John Michael Calizon, for the closing remarks.
So, kala ko kakalimutan na kami, joke lang. To our marvelous and supportive Dean of the College, Dr. Kino Piad, to our College Secretary, Dr. Digna Evale, BSIT Program Chair, Dr. Rose Bautista, to our co-faculty members, and to our dear students, good day. As we mark the end of a week-long Congress, we would like to extend our deepest and sincere gratitude for supporting the annual event of the Society for the Welfare of Information Technology Students. For the second time around, we celebrate the IT Congress in a virtual setup due to the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Let me borrow this line in a song, thinking that's your only option, so weak, look for possible options. Then we flip the switch and brighten up your darkest day, so that the Sweets look forward and find the best way to continue providing a spectacular event for their interviewers. Take the world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind. You'll never be the same. Every year, we continuously seeing a level up IT Congress full of surprises and happiness. Come alive, go and ride light, Sweets. Let it burn so bright. At the end of the day, The question is, what is the secret of this organization? Maybe they're dreaming with their eyes wide open, so they are so alive for the whole week. After the big show, the curtain or the drape is now closing and a new set is preparing. Thank you for supporting the SWITS organization. See you on the next show. Because everything you want is right in front of you, and you see the impossible is coming true. This is the greatest show of SWITS. Thank you and God bless.
Wow, this is the greatest show of SWITS. Thank you, Sir Michael.
Thank you so much, Sir JM. Sorry po, muntik na kitang makalimutan, pero hindi naman po natuloy. So, thank you po. Pero ayun nga, sir, thank you very much. Alam mo ba, Carla, si Sir JM ay dati ding officer ng SWITS. So, talagang mula umpisa hanggang ngayong professional na siya, ay parte pa rin siya ng SWITS. Talagang, once na naging SWITS ka, you will always be part of SWITS at babalik-balikan mo yung pamilyang nakilala mo sa college.
Yes, ma-attach ka talaga.
Yung SWITS kasi yung nagpa-realize sa akin na college is not what you always think it is. Diba sa mga movies, ang college yung parang mag-isa ka, tapos wala kang magiging kaibigan, mahirap humanap ng kaibigan. But SWITS made me realize that those concepts that are in the movies are not real. Kasi once na nahanap mo ang SWITS, you will find a family, a forever family na babalik-balikan mo. And with that, ulitin ko na yung lines ko. Our most anticipated week-long IT Congress have finally reached its end, but it doesn't mean goodbye. Once again, let me use my phrase, see you again next time. This has been Patricia Alcano, one of your masters of ceremony, and I now declare that Panorama, the wide projection of technology, has finally come to an end.
And I'm Carla Chero, Strategic Communications. It's been a pleasure serving you all a good course. We hope that you're full of joy and knowledge. We'll see you on our next event. Let's all together sing the Bulls Who March.
To
cheers are reverberating. Let the scenic view unfold as we gaze at the vivid curtains of life unrolling. Let the events and programs offer catharsis through worn-out lenses and see the world anew. As I, as a team, side team, may this opportunity teach your skills to the next level and blaze new trails and seek new horizons. Motivation is the key. Make sure to charge yourself and get ready. Society, Welfare, Information Technology Students brings you the 11th IT Congress titled Panorama, the wide projection of